Very good afternoon, everyone. In today's lecture, we will discuss various types of valve and pump. So let's see what is valve and what is pump and various type of it. So valves are devices that regulate, direct or control the flow of fluid by opening, closing or partially closing the pathways. Pumps are devices used to move fluid by mechanical action, typically converting electrical energy or mechanical energy into kinetic energy or hydraulic energy. Let's discuss various type of valve that are usually used in chemical industry. So first is gate valve. So gate valve are used for on or off control. The gate moves up and down to allow or stop the fluid flow. Okay. So जैसे कि आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि पर्टिकुलर ये जो गेट है, जैसे मेरा फ्लूइड का फ्लो आता है वो ओपन होता है और क्लोज होता है. सो ऑन ऑफ कंट्रोल के लिए ज़्यादातर इंडस्ट्री में गेट वाल्व यूज होता है. Second type of valve is globe valve. So globe valve controls the flow with a movable disc. It provides better throttling. Here you can see one disc, right? When my water fluid is come, okay, that disc is what move. Okay, and based on that my flow rate of the fluid will change, right? So this is all about globe valve. Third valve is ball valve. So a rotating ball with a hole allows or block the flow. Here you can see the rotating ball, right? Where just allow the flow rate of the fluid. Next, butterfly valve. Butterfly valve it depend on the rotating disc which regulate the fluid flow. Here you can see that rotating disc, okay, in the image. Check valve. So check valve usually allow fluid to flow in only one direction in chemical industry. Okay. This is what comparison of various valve that we have discussed. So primary function of gate valve is for on off control. Primary function for globe valve is throttling and flow control, right? For ball valve, again primary function of ball valve is on off control. Butterfly valve, quick shutdown or regulation purpose, okay, we use butterfly valve. And for check valve, it prevent backflow, okay, because as we discussed, check valve only allow the flow rate of fluid in one direction only, so there is no backflow. Now for flow control, gate valve gives poor throttling. Okay, globe valve gives good throttling. Ball valve gives limited throttling. Butterfly gives moderate control. Okay, and check valve, as we know that it is one way only. Now flow resistance. So for gate valve, very low flow resistance, right? Because there is a straight path. Okay, only one gate is there. Okay. For globe valve, there is a high resistance because the fluid changes direction. As we saw in the figure of globe valve, there is what one gate, right? One disc. So it is what high resistance, okay, for the flow rate. For ball valve, it is very low resistance. For butterfly valve, low to moderate resistance, and for the check valve, there is very low resistance, flow resistance. How it operates, right? So operation, the gate valve operate with hand wheel raises or lower gates. Clear? For globe valve, hand wheel moves disc against the flow. For ball valve, lever rotate the balls, okay, 90 degree. For butterfly valve, how it operate? Lever operate the disc 90 degree. And for check valve, it is what automatic. Clear? One directional flow. Now maintenance. So for gate valve we have medium maintenance. For globe valve medium to high maintenance. For ball valve very low maintenance. Okay. And butterfly and check valve also need very low maintenance. Now the main question is where to apply this various type of valve. Okay. So applications of various valve. So for gate valve we usually use it in isolation in pipelines. Okay. For globe valve, flow regulation in process lines, for ball valve, for quick shut off gas or oil industry. Okay, then butterfly valve is mostly used for the water supply. Then check valve used for pump, pipeline or backflow prevention purposes in industry. Okay. So cost is also given, right, and durability is also given. So the comparison of valve gives a major idea, okay, and how to remember the particular operation or the maintenance or application of various valve. So always compare one valve to another valve, which give you better idea how to remember these things. I hope this table is clear and it gives you better idea how to remember this various type of valves. Next, various type of pumps. So in this particular lecture, I have discussed only two type of pump. First is centrifugal pump and second is reciprocating pump. So centrifugal pump, it uses a rotating impeller to impart velocity and pressure to fluid, and reciprocating pump, it positive displacement pump in which piston or plunger moves back and forth, okay, or reciprocate inside a cylinder, causing a suction and discharge of the fluid. Let's remember centrifugal and reciprocating pump with figure. So here in centrifugal pump, you can see this is what impeller, okay. This is impeller and it work based on impeller. And reciprocating pump, here we have piston. So this is what piston. Okay, and this is what cylinder. So in cylinder we have piston. Piston moves back and forth, and we have suction and the discharge line. So particular to remember centrifugal and reciprocating pump, I have given one comparative table. Okay, based on that you can easily recall the function, application, and where to use this pump. Okay. So comparison between centrifugal and reciprocating pump. So working principle for centrifugal pump is kinetic energy from a rotating impeller increase the fluid velocity and the pressure. Whereas centrifugal reciprocating pump is a positive displacement, it uses piston, plunger or diaphragm which pushes the fluid directly. In centrifugal pump we have continuous and smooth flow, whereas in reciprocating pump we have pulsating flow, right? Pressure range for centrifugal pump is low to moderate pressure, whereas reciprocating pumps gives very high pressure possible here. So always remember that these two things, pressure and the discharge capacity of pump. When we require very high pressure, we have to use reciprocating pump. Okay. Next, discharge capacity for centrifugal pump. Discharge capacity is high, but it can handle high capacity, large volume handling, right? For reciprocating pump, we have small volume handling. Centrifugal pump have very high efficiency at high flow rate, and reciprocating pump have low efficiency at high flow rate. Priming, so centrifugal pump it requires priming, whereas the reciprocating pump is self priming. For maintenance purpose, centrifugal pump needs very less maintenance as it has very simple design. Okay, it has only impeller part. Okay, and for reciprocating pump, we have high maintenance because it has more moving parts such as piston, plunger, diaphragm, cylindrical pump. Okay, then operation speed. So centrifugal pump has a very high speed, whereas reciprocating pump is what low speed. Okay, application, centrifugal pump can be used at irrigation places or for irrigation purpose or chemical transfer or sewage or water supply, whereas reciprocating pump is used for the high pressure applications. Always remember this thing. Okay, this is very main and major point of reciprocating pump, because it can deliver very high pressure. Okay, so centrifugal pump gives very less pressure drop, whereas reciprocating gives very high pressure, and therefore it is used for very high pressure applications such as a hydraulic system or chemical dosing. Cost is given. Okay, for centrifugal pump we have relatively lower cost, and for reciprocating we have higher cost due to complexity as well. So this is all about comparison between centrifugal and reciprocating pump. So in today's lecture we have discussed comparative table, okay, of various valve and for pump. And summary of this particular lecture is valve regulate flow while pump transport fluids. So both are crucial for industrial and domestic fluid handling system. So I hope this is very clear. Okay, various type of pump and various type of valves. Thank you.